Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of the Trivia 10. Today, I'm joined by Harry Argyle from the Love, Death Movies podcast. We've already gotten 2 down in the books, which you haven't seen yet because we're recording this before any of them have come out. But, of course, every Tuesday and Friday, these are coming out on my YouTube channel, so make sure you're subscribed. But take a look at the leaderboard. Anthony in Episode 1 from the Raiders of the Lost podcast got 65, and then Gooch from Barstool, the Lights Camera podcast, and the Dozen Trivia, he came in first with 85 points. This season, 150 points total in the regular season for each episode. So that's what the overall max would be. And yeah, you're going to have to see if you're going to be able to topple Gooch and Anthony. There's going to be 16 people making the playoffs. So there's only 4 people not going to make the cut. So hopefully you don't end up in that red line. But I've been seeing you on TikTok for the past, I don't know, I was going to say year, but maybe even like 2 years doing all the, movie dull. God, there's like a billion TikTok.
Yeah, there's too many.
Games. And you knock them all out of the park and are out of this world on all of them. So I'm expecting high things from you. I'm expecting you to be a trivia veteran.
No.
So we'll see how it goes.
This is a spotlight now, Tyler. This is a spotlight.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do great. So 10 questions for 150 points. Let's go ahead and get into this one with question 1. Like I said, this is going to be a little different flavor than season 1's questions were. First 2 questions are going to be multiple choice for only 5 points out of the 150. So question 1, what is the proper spelling of this Quentin Tarantino film? So again, it's multiple choice. Your 3 answers here. They're obviously the movie is Inglourious Bastards, but is it O, O-U, or is it A and E? Which combination is correct, A, B, C, or D?
This is great. So in Australia and US, we spell words very differently. It's like color and everything like that. But I know Quentin, it was O-U for Inglourious. By the way, just like I watched every episode of season 1, and I feel like a lot of the wrong answers was because people were going too quickly. So that's like my main thing is like read through this and do it at a.
That's the thing. People go too fast. Pace. Take your time. This is a video. This isn't live after all. I can always edit stuff out. People are always like trying to be too quick, and it always ends up biting them in the butt.
Exactly. Edit out all the wrong answers, please. No, joking. It's OU. And I remember I originally thought it was ARDS, but I believe it is ERDS. So OUERDSC.
That is correct. 5 points on the board. You're 1 for 1. And there's a movie of the same name from 1978, Inglourious Bastards, with an A. However, Quentin Tarantino says he did not change the movie name to differentiate himself. He just simply said, Bastard sounds like it's spelled with an E, so that's why he does it. That's just a very Quentin Tarantino move.
No one questions him.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you question him? So going on to question number 2, we got another multiple choice. You're already 5 for 5 so far in terms of points. In Blade Runner, how long is the lifespan of a Nexus 6 replicant? 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years?
Okay. All right. So I don't think I've seen the first Blade Runner since high school, but I studied it. I don't think it's 6. I don't think it's 3 though. So it's B or C. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Got one near you?
Yeah, I do actually. B.
Well, the coin is your lucky token. It's your lucky coin. You're now 10 for 10 for points. 4 years is the right answer. I mean, yeah, you might want to hold on that coin in case you're in between 2 answers for the rest of this quiz.
I'll make my own luck.
But yeah, you're 2 for 2 so far, 10 points out of 150. Okay. But
that's a great question, Tyler.
Yeah, it's like I mean, you could kind of use just normal, like you were talking about, school, going to school. Like it's just kind of also multiple choice in schools. Like it's probably not 3 or 6. It's probably gonna be one of the middle ones between 4 and 5. The coin ended up prevailing. But now we're on to some normal trivia questions for the next couple, like you would have seen in season 1. What is the name of the band Connor forms in Sing Street? This is for 10 points. Question number 3.
Okay. All right. I adore this film. I went to Sundance in 2016 and I saw this premiere and I remember watching this drunk and crying. I feel like this might be I'm like thinking this might be a fucking trick question you're doing to me here, Tyler. Because I'm thinking the band name is Sing Street. What is the name of the band Connor forms in Sing Street? Sing Street.
You navigated the trick question perfectly. Sing Street is the right answer.
You're trying to fuck with me here, Tyler. Come on.
I'm trying to pull out all the stops, but you're at 20 points out of possible 20 points so far. So you're doing flawlessly. Going on to question number 4. Leonardo DiCaprio auditioned for the role of Charlie Conway in 1992's The Mighty Ducks and lost the role. But who is the other Hollywood star who also auditioned and then rejected that same role of Charlie Conway in The Mighty Ducks?
Wow. What a deep cut.
I saw you have like all 3. I don't even know there's more than 3, but I saw your Letterboxd. You had all 3 Mighty Ducks movies, like 5 stars. So you're a big fan?
Yeah, I think they're perfect movies, Tyler. To be honest, everyone's raving about Dune 2, but everyone forgets Mighty
D2,
Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, everyone forgets the real D2. Shit. Because I knew about Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm not too sure. So Leonardo DiCaprio auditioned for the role of Charlie Conway and lost. So but he rejected. So it would have been someone in the early 90s that rejected the role. Someone big in the 90s. All right. Again, I'm gonna break this question down because this is I rewatched all of them in the last couple of days just to be to kind of see what everyone
where
else did
people
wrong.
trip up.
Yeah. Interesting. Who other Hollywood star in the early 90s? Could be like Tom Cruise. That'd be pretty mad. I'm going to go Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen is incorrect. The right answer is Jake Gyllenhaal. Also auditioned for the role. Landed the role. Wow. His parents did, it would have been his debut, but his parents made him back out, and he says he cried over the fact that he had to turn this down, but his career ended up turning out quite all right. Next question, another standard trivia. When the dude is dreaming in The Big Lebowski, what is the name of the movie starring Maude and himself? So in the dream sequence, what's the name of the movie he's dreaming up?
I love The Big Lebowski. When the dude is dreaming in The Big Lebowski, what is the name of the movie starring Maude and himself? It's something about bowling. It is something about bowling. Is it gutter balls?
See, this is why taking your time is the move. This is why taking a breath, thinking about it, letting it marinate is the right choice on the Trivia 10. Because gutter balls pulled out of the ether somewhere in your mind to get that one right.
I knew it was about bowling.
Gutter balls is correct. So you're at 30 points. So we got a matching game, which you would have seen something similar to this in the Trivia 10 playoffs. Box office edition, though. So you're going to see it's only 3 this time instead of 5 in the playoffs. There's going to be 3 box offices and budgets, and you have to match them to the movies correctly. So you can either get 5 points or 15 points if you get them all, but 5 points if you only get 1, or 0, of course. But here are the 3 movies: Her, Moneyball, and Hot Fuzz. And then we got a production budget of $23 million that made $48 million, production budget of $14 million that made $80 million, and a production budget of $50 million that made $110 million. So
and I got to match them.
Correct. Which do you think is which? You got 1, 2, and 3.
Do you mind if I've got a whiteboard just to keep my working.
Yeah, go for it.
I think Her, by the way, all of these movies for me are 5 out of 5s. Just letting you know. I rewatched Her. I watched Her for the first time when it came out, and I was like, "Oh, it was good." But it's like one of those movies that really you appreciate more as you grow a bit older. And you start rewatching it more.
Yep.
But I do think Her got the least amount of money globally in this one. So initially, I'm gonna put Her as number 1. Now it comes to the time of budgets, including fucking cast, because in my mind, if it includes the cast, Brad Pitt is 50 mil alone. And you don't really have to pay Nick Frost anything to get him on set. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. So, because also Hot Fuzz was done on a minimal budget. See, this is also for people that will be doing this in the future. You're going to second guess yourself, but you got to trust your gut sometimes. All right. So my reasoning here, I think that Her made the least amount of money, so that's number one. Hot Fuzz was made with the least amount of money, so that's number two. And then Moneyball had Brad Pitt in it, so it cost 50 mil, so that's number three.
Perfect. Well, you got 3 for 3. The reasoning was there. The reasoning was sound.
Yeah.
Her made the least amount of money. Moneyball had the highest budget, but I mean, Her's cast is pretty stacked too. You got Joaquin Phoenix, Amy Adams,
That's true.
Scarlett Johansson, Rooney Mara. So that one could have been up there as well. But yeah, Brad Pitt, Moneyball, 15 points, headed your way.
Right.
Next question. You're on a roll right now. You have 45 total. Next question is another matching game. This is a Rotten Tomatoes edition, like you would have seen the playoffs last year. Again, 3 movies this time. Dodgeball, The Whale, and Surf's Up. And we got 64 critics, 91 audience, 79 critics, 70 audience, and 71 critics, 76 audience.
Cool. Let's just all agree Surf's Up is a perfect film.
Is that a 5-star for you?
If it's not, I'm going to turn it into one after this. I fucking love Surf's Up. But they're all kind of the same. So the 91 Rotten is kind of throwing me. In terms of the verified fresh, I'm thinking it's Surf's Up. I just don't see Dodgeball getting verified fresh, and I know that The Whale. I don't know how you felt about The Whale. I fucking loved The Whale. This is initial. This isn't me locking it in, but I'm thinking Surf's Up is 2. Just because I think that they should, but they're not giving Dodgeball verified. And The Whale, I think, was just like a little bit not well received. That's my reasoning. So Dodgeball number 3, Whale number 1, Surf's Up number 2.
Perfectly done. Once again, 15 points headed your way. Perfectly read it. Yep, The Whale, a little more divisive amongst critics, but most of the audience tended to enjoy it. But also, it's a newer film, so maybe not as many people have watched it and logged it as Dodgeball and Surf's Up, which are many years ago at this point. But another perfect matching game for you. So you're at 60 points right now, sitting in a very good spot for trying to take over that first spot from Gooch right now, and you're close on Anthony's heels right now to pass him up too. So we're going on to question 8 now. This is going to be similar to what you saw in question 1, where there's going to be 2 correct answers for question 8. So you're going to get 10 points for each one you get right for a total possible amount of 20 points. And the question is, Justin Hurwitz won 2 Oscars for his original score in La La Land and original song City of Stars in La La Land. What are his other 2 Oscar nominations for? So he has 2 wins, but 4 nominations total. Then obviously 2 of those nominations became wins. So what are the 2 nominations he didn't win for?
Oh, he's awesome, by the way. This guy is on all of my playlists. Babylon, best score. Oh, did he? He got nominated for best score, right? But he didn't. You can't tell me anything, can you? This is my thinking. I'm pretty sure he got nominated, but he didn't win, and that's why TikTok went crazy. So I'm pretty sure he definitely won. He definitely got nominated. So La La Land. Original score, original song, La La Land. So that's 2017 off the board. So then, best original score, best original song, City of Stars. Was there another one in La La Land? I reckon you're fucking with me here. I reckon you are.
I mean, he was absolutely nominated for the 2 other Oscars. I'm not making up any Oscar nominations. So it can't be that much of a messing with you.
No, but I think it's Babylon for best score. And Another Day in the Sun, La La Land.
Locking those in?
Locking them in.
Okay, well, Babylon original score, absolutely correct. The other one, incorrect. You were on the right train of thought. It was another La La Land original song. You got 2 nominations.
Oh, Audition!
For Audition, The Fools Who Dream. But yeah, great pull there by at least getting in that realm of thought to be able to think of that. Now we're going on to question number 9. You're at 70 points right now. This is going to be Ride the Bus. You saw us in the playoffs last year. Going to be doing it now. And this is going to be for Letterboxd scores, for the average Letterboxd rating of these movies. So the first one we're starting it off for a level set. It's going to be Warrior at a 4.0.
We just reviewed that one. It's a great movie.
And the next movie you're going to tell me, is it higher rated or lower rated on average, the average rating on Letterboxd. And the next movie is Shrek.
Oh, man. Oh, Tyler. All right. So 4.0. I love Shrek. I hope people do as well. I'm going to go higher.
Higher is the guess. Higher is correct. 4.1 is the new baseline for the next movie. I'm telling you, is a higher or lower. So you got 5 points already for getting that one correct. Next movie, Jaws. Higher
Jaws,
or lower than 4.1?
Because, like, I love Jaws. I think everyone should love Jaws. I think it's going to be like high 3s or at a 4. So I'm going to go lower. I think it's going to be tight.
Lower is correct. 4.0, and that is the new baseline. And we're getting a familiar movie that we already just talked about, Moneyball. Is it above or below 4.0?
Rules as well. Moneyball rules. I'd give them both a 5, but I think that Jaws is higher. I'm going to go lower.
Lower is correct at 3.9, and we have one more movie left. See if you can make it all the way to the end. 3.9.
Tyler, you're fucking me here. 4, 4.1, 4, 3.9. What are you doing?
It's got to be difficult. You can't just have movies with huge gaps. The final movie, another familiar face from this trivia, is Her. Above or below a 3.9?
I would put it high. Honestly, I don't know. We'll go to the coin. I would put
Coin's
it higher.
back.
The coin is back. The coin says higher. I'd go higher. I'm going higher.
Higher is correct. Perfectly rode the bus all the way to the end, getting 20 points. The coin is 2 for 2. But also, I would have been disappointed if you guessed lower because you were preaching this whole time saying, like, people doing this in the future, trust your gut. And I was like, your gut was screaming higher, and you kept doubting it. But
that's
20 points.
That's true.
Rode the bus all the way to the end. You're at 90 points, so you already claimed first place. And I told this to the last 2 contestants. This is 150 total points this season, and it's way different than last season. I have no idea if 85 and 65 what they got the last 2 weeks. If those are good scores, bad scores, we'll see as these weeks go on. But we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. We're going on to the final question. Question number 10, making a return from the previous season is guess the cast. But this time, instead of 50 points, it's just 40 points. There's only going to be 4 cast members instead of 5. So you know the deal. 1 by 1 cast member is going to be revealed for a movie that I'm thinking of. 40 possible points, 10 less points available per cast member revealed. First cast member we're going to be revealing today is Channing Tatum. So you get a free guess if you get it right. 40 points out of your way if you get it wrong. No harm, no foul. We'll move on to the 30-pointer with another cast member reveal.
All right. So other than the Pulp Fiction one, they're always minor characters, which I thought, by the way, the Pulp Fiction one was fucking genius. My first guess is like This Is the End would be my, because he's in it for a scene, and that'd be a good one to start off with. That's the only one that's going to come to mind, just because there's not much I can go off his whole filmography. So I'm going to go This Is the End because he's in there for a scene.
Incorrect, but good guess. But yeah, like you said, when there's only one cast member revealed, you kind of shooting from the hip and hoping you strike gold. Next cast member, Samuel L. Jackson.
They're in Coach Carter together here, Tyler. Are you going to give me that movie straight away? They're also in The Hateful Eight. But they're also in Kingsman, Tyler. Tyler!
The problem with Samuel L. Jackson, he's in so many damn movies that every actor he's ever worked with, he's going to have multiple films with them.
You wouldn't have given me Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That movie's terrible. But you might have. That's my. I don't think you've given me Coach Carter because I don't think you would have given me the Coach Carter second. So it's either going to be one of the two, Hateful Eight or Kingsman. I'm going to go Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight is correct. There you go. 30-pointer.
Come on.
Getting the Hateful Eight. But yeah, they've been together a couple different movies. Samuel L. Jackson, he's just the kind of the GOAT for guest cast. He's just available to be put in anywhere. But of course you got it. The next would have been Kurt Russell and then ending off with Tim Roth. Hateful Eight, the right answer, 30 points ahead of your way, which means you're staying at the top of the leaderboard. You got 130 points. Got a sizable gap. I would say I'm pretty confident now you will for sure be in the playoffs, the top 16. You only need 4 people under you. You already have 2. So there's 2 more people out of the next 13 contestants have to get less than you to make the playoffs. But I think 120 is a great score. Again, so early in the season, this quiz is completely different. Who knows? People might be getting over 100 left and right. You might be the only unicorn over 100. We'll have to see as the season plays out because we're getting 2 episodes per week for, the next 2 months as we kind of go through all 20 contestants and build up the Sweet 16. But how do you feel about your performance today?
Yeah, it's good. Just take your time. To anyone future coming on, just take your time. Literally, just read through them. Sometimes Tyler tries to fuck you, but majority of the time, they're just great questions. The Letterboxd, I understand, like it has to be difficult. That was really good. That was like the 1 point difference. That was sneaky, but no, I'm stoked.
Only 3 misses. 120 out of 150 is a brilliant score. So thank you so much for joining, Harry. Episode 3 in the books. You did phenomenal. Check out all his links in the description down below. Make sure you check out his podcast as well. At some point in the season, I'll be getting his, co-host on here as well. So we're going to get the whole squad on here eventually. But great work. Amen. I think you'll be on top for a while, but we'll have to see. And for those of you who haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment. How would have you done on this quiz? How many points would you have gotten? Harry kind of crushed it. He's a trivia ball knower. With that, we will see you in the next episode.